So you can see we're up to release 1.7F, and I don't know if this is on purpose. I don't think it is, because you can do this now, and then do that, and then that, which I'm not sure you're supposed to be able to do because there doesn't seem to be any reason. But yeah, some of the background scenery is in the foreground now, because it doesn't do it for this one. So I assume it's a bug, which doesn't bode well, but hopefully they fixed the hit registration problem that we were having. Shield, eh? Well, it's something. And the Garlean medal. I know they added new skulls, but they're a little bit nebulous about bug fixes. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Just treat it like a Dark Souls shield build. Just push into everything until they die. See what works. I still got damage there when I pulled out my shield. Is that not what that does? Oh, you have to hold it, I think. It's fine. It took you to the videos tab, not the home tab when you clicked on the stream. That is weird. I'm not seeing any, like, pop-ups or anything. Okay, let me see if I... No, I think it's just a few seconds only. Doesn't it say, like, 4 seconds? Concentrate completely completes instantly for 4 seconds. What is concentrate? I don't know. I probably am killing faster than I would be with, Oh, it's how long between attacks. They call that concentration? Okay. I think they buffed the damage of us a little bit. Oh, look. Did anybody else get taken to the videos tab instead of a live tab by mistake? It's got the good special as well, excellent. Yep, okay, secret. Daggers gave that away there. Just treat it like Reinhardt, everything will go fine. But knives are better sometimes. What was the note to? Oh, going to the video tab. Okay, maybe it was just a weird anomaly then. Did I link the video tab by accident in the tweet or something? Because that'd do it. Yeah, I saw you in there. I feel like my skill is coming off cooldown very quickly for some reason. Did I level that up? I think I maxed that out last time, didn't I? No, you clicked on you from Twitch, you were watching Police of Cake. That must just be some weird interaction, I guess. That's lucky. Thank you for the heal. Something like this. I don't know why those groups were ignoring me there. But they are, so I'll take it. Follows Police of Cake playing. Right, shop. That does not look appetizing. Restore 10% of your HP. I mean, it's only 90. No free helmet. Monkey Island 2 in Apex. Monkey Island 2 is great. Ooh. Gotta buy the attack up. Then I guess we'll buy this just for the heals. Hello, lurking. What spells do you need for Evil House? Isn't he weak to something different depending on whether or not he's in robot or flying mode? I think Blizzard is one of them. The fight just takes a while, it's not that hard. I think other than Rufus, that's the fight that took me the longest because I refused to go back out and equip the correct spells. Because Ares can just sorry, old habits. Ares can just heal you over and over. Just let her build her ult. And by ult I mean limit break. So many games terminologies crossing over there. It's not very nice. My day off was okay, I got a lot of painting done. Pardon me, I didn't really watch anything new, just watched old videos on YouTube mostly. I'm trying to think if I did anything out of the I was going to say untowards there, but that's not the word I was looking for. Hello, Shady. No, it was mostly just a lot of paint. You hate everything about this house? Yeah, it is a very bad fight. It's supposed to be a meme fight like, hey, remember this silly enemy, we brought it back as a boss? And they just made it awful instead. It is not good. You got lots of painting done? Oh, hang on. The emote you did implies that that's not what you did. What you could also do is just like lower the difficulty and wreck it and then put it back up. It's a bad fight, no one would think less of you. Money, I forgot that's why we had so much money. The Garlean helmet. Medal, I mean. Oh, they added so that you knock him back if he's comboing. I don't know if that was always a thing or not. He seemed to get stopped in his tracks there. Also, they've definitely added new voice to him, because he sounds like an adult when I thought he was a kid. Yeah, he was making like new sound effects as he got hit there. I wonder if that means they've added voice lines for Leroy Jenkins. Decrease swap cooldown by 0.5 seconds every time you use skills. I think that's a new item. I don't remember seeing a bone hourglass. Hello, Vice President. Have we laid any heroes yet? No. We slayed one. There was no laying going on, however. We'll take that instead. It's so slow though. Actually, maybe that's not a good idea. No, we'll stick with the shield. Just to be different, why not? This isn't Skul the Hero Lair. No, you're playing the shovelware version on Steam. What am I getting binged at for? No. Stand goals achieved for today? I'm sitting. Dumbass watch. Oops. I may have pressed the wrong button there when I jumped. Done it now. Oh, the shield wore off. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's any other heals on the floor, because the heals don't get drawn into you, unlike the money. Movement speed increased by 10% and the teleport. Yeah, well, it'll get replaced if I get any other option, but that's not so bad, I suppose. So yeah, I did a lot of painting on my day off so that today I could record the test battle report of God tier, which I did. Only one champion against one champion, so not true game experience. It's supposed to be 3 on 3. But it will be, well, I'm going to edit it tomorrow, so it'll be posted the day after that. Started my attack speed went way up. Oh, because I broke the thing. Wow. Oh, I could have left. That's right, yeah. I mean, I could technically talk about it, but that would also kind of spoil it, so I'm not sure if I should or not. But I'm in the middle of painting up Grimgut's followers, and I'll probably do a painting video on Grimgut, and then I'm going to paint up, what are they called? They're called... Shale and whatever the other guy is. His rock golem thing. Earthquake? Is that what? Oh, landslide, that's the one. I remember this room. There's a lot of bog standard guys who are going to get shooted in the face. Great room for the Spirit of Vengeance if we had that. Hello, X1Chuck. Well, I've been doing his minions to kind of test my ideas, and I've settled on one. No, maybe not the best, but I've settled on an idea. They're fun as heck. We'll see. Oh, I do have a rules-related question. Do banners automatically disappear between rounds? Because I think I watched a battle report where it happened, but I don't know if it was related to a hero ability or not. They do? Crap. I thought it was just a specific hero where it did that. Alright, well that was done wrong. And one other thing I know for sure was done wrong, totally forgot the rules of the scenario where it's the first one, life, so the objective thingies were supposed to grow at the end of every round, totally forgot. But don't one of the heroes have an ability where they magic a banner to appear but then it disappears at the end of the round so you can't score with it again? Oh, I guess, well, the difference is a normal banner scores then disappears. Okay, I understand. It's got the good ability on it. But the shield is actually not too shabby. Wait, balance and speed is probably a good idea though. Just in case we get... Oh, wait, no, it's the leap. No. No then. Well, yeah, naturally you're going to get things wrong when you're learning a game. Even if you know a game, it's very easy to just forget things or misunderstand things. Although YouTube comments, which are always 100% immaculate and never have had a rule wrong in their life, will definitely not believe that. Which is why most people enjoy when all rules and such are put on camera, because it lets them crack their knuckles back, bring out the rule book, and then timestamp to their heart's content while they're alone in their basement. That one went a little bit more dark than I meant it to. Although I didn't mention the noose in the corner, so it's probably fine. Half task lets you have a skill that's in place of banner a small distance away. It could be that, I'm not sure. So yeah, there'll be things wrong, but that's why it was a small game of one hero versus one hero. It's the best time to catch anything that was getting done wrong and correct it going forward. Clearly I enjoyed it because I prioritised painting more miniatures for it over the Guardians of the Galaxy that are sitting behind me. Although I did start on Rocket, I would say he's like 40% done. Because I'm testing, like he's got a little bit of Groot on his base. Don't take that out of context. So I'm using that to test how I plan to do Groot for a painting video. Yes, I am Groot. I like that his ability called that is all in caps. And spaced weirdly, so you can tell it's in his voice. And of course has his full name listed as I am Groot. Rose lawyers get fed to sharks. I agree. Especially if it's a smaller game. If you want people to actually come to it, don't rose lawyer. Sometimes just say, you know what, that's fine. Go ahead. That is probably better than the flash teleport. Movement speed. I'd lose movement speed, gain HP. and gain an ability to block damage for 1 second. We kind of need a heal though, and more damage if there's any. 600 for that would leave me 1100, that would leave me at 800. Okay, we're doing that, and we're doing that. Yeah. Wait, can I sell those? No, you can only sell these. Okay, let's check it. Hello, Halo. Oh, so tomorrow on YouTube too, an unboxing of the Guardians will go live. Now you decide to land. They've definitely added boss voices, because she did not used to say anything when doing her ult. Death Noise could use some work. Unless they were always there and just like they were broken so the sound was too quiet or something. Let's finally get to behold your Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll do a painting video for group, but I'm just going to do Rocket and Star-Lord in my own time. And then do a painting video on Grimgut. That's the plan anyway. Ooh. Okay. Oh, it's the Stompy guy. Yeah, okay, I remember. And then... oh yeah, he does the foot of Mork or Gork when the bar is full. Alright. It's slow, but we'll work it. I have assembled Star-Lord, yes. I had more trouble with his cape than I did his face, to be honest. Eat this from Gork or possibly Mork. Hello Cubian, you just finished Persona 5 Royale. 123 hours. No wonder I didn't even get through the base game. Despite liking it, might I add. Just it was too much. It's the foot of Bork. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I posted a cute picture of Sora on Twitter just for the stream. She's zonked out after eating her dinner in a very weird pose. Kind of like hugging her bed like a lonely Rose lawyer would hug a body pillow. Just as a random aside of what it might kind of look like. This helmet is doing work. And then painting Star-Lord and then adding old fight. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that to make him less fragile. What you should have done is paint up Nebula and Gamora and put them on the hashtag on Twitter to get people annoyed that you have access to them when you shouldn't. And then they'll find your address and murder you. And steal the miniatures. I would imagine. Fucker Mark! Thank you, Potlayemi, for 34 months with a tier 1 sub. Hello to you too. I read that in Pepper's voice. Quadruple Stomp. Your PC just failed too hard to make it to the blue screen? Ouch. What skull is this? It was called Yaksha. A giant goblin that steps on anything smaller than him. Just put this apple on your skull. There always been like goofy descriptions of the skulls and I just never read them. Not sure how this would do against Groot because of how slow it is, but we'll see. Let's see if he has a voice. He always roared. Please do that attack. to actually get caught in his hand. That's more like it. That was pretty easy. No new voice acting for him as far as I could tell. Yoink. Skill attacks. The portal to the underworld thing is pretty cool. Would I be losing the 1 second of invincibility and some HP? Let's take that. Yeah, I do like that. And it means my skills do more damage. Wait, it was damage, right? Yes, presumably. Vin Diesel wasn't available. Some people on Twitter have Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive though. So the releases are all kind of messed up. Oh, for anyone interested, in an hour and a half, I think? What time is it? Yeah, an hour and a half, the Resident Evil 3 miniature board game Kickstarter starts. I watched the devs playing a live demo of it yesterday. Pretty much the same as the Resident Evil 2 one, just with like some subtle changes. No Escape is different now, and there's like Fallout Wasteland Warfare-esque events that happen. It's a much more open-ended campaign, so you can kind of make your own goals. The local flagship gaming store had those too. I really am very quite cross at your local gaming store, especially because they don't ship to me. Why did I come here? This is never worth the damage. I've got gold generating at my ass. Not literally, of course. We'd have to question the diet then. Yeah, a shop in the middle of nowhere, why do they have releases that no one else does, especially those of any size? It's unacceptable. I've also been forgetting to use the new ability. Gut punch him in the back. I know what I said. Corker mark! His attack was delayed there. I also feel like I got hit by the shockwave even though I was here. I'm gonna have to test on the next one, but I'm fairly certain that happened, which would mean the bug is still there. Not 100% sure though. That's like 60% sure that's what just happened. There's one over there. Let's get killed first. Thank you, Lord Psychon, for the little bits. No? Okay, it didn't there. Maybe it's just because he's so wide with the skull on it, counted as hitting him. So what's all that regen HP? Oh, we got 2 heals from dead guys though. And thank you very much, Lord Psychon, for blowing up your own bin for 37 months in a not in a row, sorry, in total. 37 whole minutes. Hello, True Fate. The local flagship gaming store knows people. Apparently not enough to put anything on eBay. Do you know how many sales they would get if they bunged some of their stuff on eBay if they can't be asked making their own storefront? Just if they do plan to do that, let me buy them first. eBay automatically charges way too much for international shipping. You asshole, you teleported over here. Oh, that doesn't interrupt his attack. I really should have broken this already. There we are. so bad. Oh yeah, Chris B did something silly in Animal Crossing. What were those statues in the background of that last room? I'm gonna have to watch and see if they appear again now. Ooh, that's new. But it's common. It's a sneaky ninja that Naruto runs. Not as good as the other ninja though. Smoke bomb or flash bomb. Okay, well this doesn't seem too bad. It's just a worse ninja. Hopefully, because it's common, that means it can turn up as like your first skull. Cool echo. I'll stick with this as our alternative just so we have range. Although it's not going so great because this skull still isn't that good because of how slow it is. How am I supposed to hit her? I actually did hit her, never mind. Thanks to the foot. Hello, Nikki. Dash attack creates a 20%. Ah, that's not great. But whatever. Also, it sounded like one of them had the original voice, not a new one. Okay, no helmet. Tackling dash attack. Skill attack by 35 for 1 second after dashing. Crit rate by 5%. You increase your basic attacks by 20%! 20%. I'll stick with what I have, I think, there, but how much space do I have? I have 1 space. I think I want this as well. So it's probably time to sell the Garlean medal. It did well. Was that man always a snake? This man? He's like an orc or something. The shopkeeper was always a snake, yes. That was a waste of a good foot. Thank you, Plantar Monk. Did I smash something up there? Great. For 27 months with Twitch Prime. Told you Twitch Prime would be ready soon. The one upside to quarantine is actually being able to watch not on the weekend. That is very true. I was mentioning the other day, like, average viewership is up. But obviously, like, VOD viewership is down because there's no need to watch the VODs because more people can watch live. Game slowed down a bit there. Why would you teleport next to me? I still haven't seen those statues I saw in the background in that one room. It looked like an office worker pretending to be the guy who holds up the world on his shoulders, with a woman pointing and laughing at him, I think. I might have misseen, but I think that's what it was. Oh yeah, him there. It kind of looks like a guy with glasses and a beard. But there was a lady next to him laughing. Alice, that was the name I was blanking on. I knew they'd named those things after someone. Oh, they lived. I wasn't sure which way he was charging because of the skill. Gotta kill them faster. I've got an appointment to kill Neo after this. That was a good joke, right? Because he looks like an enemy, one of the 3 enemies in Neo 1. You know, the ones they rinse repeat for the whole game. You know the one. You found yourself rewatching old playthroughs? Oh, Final Fantasy 15, that is going back a little bit. they've changed the voice of the peasants so they're really high pitched. And I mean, that makes more sense than when they're like, they sound quite tough. Unless it's a mistake, obviously. Yes, step on him, queen, etc. No, not the maid! Oh god, there's two of them now. This room didn't used to have two of them, did it? Gut puncher. Come here, puny maid. Went back to Overwatch and XCOM. I did a little bit of an experiment on my day off, actually, now that you mention it. I was wallowing in self-pity after anxiety got a little bit bad in the afternoon, so I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something constructive. I'm going to pick a playthrough of mine. Also, this is not constructive at all. I'm being sarcastic, but I'm going to go judge how bad my commentary is. So I picked the blind playthrough of Resident Evil 2. I think I remember Shady mentioning he went back to watch that, and that's why it was like something on my mind. And it started out fine, but then there was like little things that once you know the route of the game you never actually encounter that made me salty at it. Like for instance, I got very annoyed because I killed the same liquor 3 times in a row because it kept respawning because I kept on going back to the same hallway after getting new story beats, and the new story beats triggered a new spawn of a liquor. It's not the same one, it just so happens that the story beat triggers a new one, and I just happened to take a route when I didn't know what I was doing that it kept on seeming like it was respawning. So with context, it's understandable. But at the same time, I was like, I mean, I really like the Resident Evil 2 remake. But it is part of my shtick to kind of like complain, although I do feel like if I'm anxious, I end up complaining more. Because you're on a short fuse, basically. But on a more positive note, Deadly Premonition 2 is out in July. Isn't that right, Zach? I mean, now I can just run through Resident Evil 2 like nothing, because I did it to get an S+ rank. On hardcore, might I add. Resident Evil 3 on normal difficulty, I can do that without even thinking about it. The problem is I don't really know how to stop. Well, actually no, I think I've been better for that. Ever since the Overwatch days and things kind of just got ruined by playing a game that I got sick of too long. Like, I still get annoyed at Apex sometimes, or Paladins, but anytime I catch myself doing that, I tell myself quietly, okay, it's time to switch games. And I think I've been better for that in general, but sometimes if it's a story game, like for instance missing 3 90% chances in XCOM Chimera, it's not as easy to instantly pivot without an excuse. You're terrified by the prospect of Deadly Premonition 2? Did you watch the trailer? It's not even a trailer, it's a music video. It shows a lady wearing panties with weed on it, twerking. My only worry for Deadly Premonition 2 is that part of the charm of Deadly Premonition 1 is that Swery made it with no budget. So he did okay considering he had no budget. This time he's been given a budget. So with production value, it might not actually be as funny, just his weirdness, because weirdness is just weird if that's all there is. Although I guess part of what makes the room so special isn't just that Tommy Wiseau is weird, it's that he filmed it on really good cameras, so it looks like a movie, it just isn't. So I don't know, maybe, who knows. Hello, Magpie. The Deadly Premonition sequel is both a sequel and a prequel, incidentally, just to immediately start with the weirdness. You play as a character in present day who's looking back at things that York did, so then you also play as York, but it's pre-Deadly Premonition 1. So you're York, not Zack. Oh yeah, there's the trailer Crispy just linked. Well, I've been a bit better with just in general. If I don't feel like filling a whole time slot with 2 hours of a game, I'll be like, yeah, we can swap over early. And I don't know what I don't consider this good, but if I start feeling like the quality of the show is suffering because I'm feeling anxious, I'll be like, I don't need to do 4 hours on the dot. I did 4 hours on the dot for 2 years. And that wasn't necessarily a good thing, because again, you can get frustrated with games, you can end up playing them too much, i.e. Overwatch. And that doesn't necessarily lead to good stuff. So I've not been as like forceful on myself to definitely you must do 4 hours 6 nights a week or you're not doing your minimum requirement. It's like I'd rather do 3 hours that are good than 4 hours that start good and then kind of get a bit shitty. Of course, the easiest thing to do would just be to not get anxious in situations that don't require it, but it's not exactly an easy thing to get over, especially during a global pandemic. Yeah, why don't you just go out a nice relaxing walk and forget about dinner? Oh god, you can't go outside! I looked into Gears Tactics because I got an email about it, but I don't really know how much like XCOM it is. I read some of the pull quotes from reviews all kind of saying it gets a bit too repetitive. I imagine the same could be said for XCOM Chimera, but the difference is XCOM Chimera costs £8, Gears Tactics costs 50. Or something like that, I can't remember now if it's 50 or 40. So if Chimera gets very samey and kind of dull, I've already had my money's worth, honestly, at like 4 hours or whatever. It does indeed, Dunbury, which is also why it's especially bad if it was already bad beforehand. It's also very hard to describe to anyone who has never experienced it. Movement speed by 30. Let's get rid of that and buy the armor. This is my new Isaac for talking about 2 real stuff until Isaac or something replaces it. So forgive me if that's not what you've come to the video for or the stream. But just imagine for no real reason you suddenly feel like you're dying. Like, not that you're going to die one day, that you're dying in that very moment. That's basically what anxiety is. And you know that's not real. Like, you still have control of your faculties, but your body's dumb. Because we used to live in caves and have to be scared of getting eaten by dinosaurs. Allegedly. Fly Earth forever. Yes, bodies are so dumb. So it's, I mean, I got over it once before the Overwatch stuff took off. I was bad for it, and then kind of just got over it. I wish I could remember what worked the best. Because it wasn't success. Like, I was definitely over the anxiety and panic I was having at the time before the Overwatch stuff took off. So it wasn't like finding success, because that was just a surprise. It probably was just like getting out more, honestly, which again, you can't do right now, so that kind of sucks. But actually, no, the thing that sucks the most is not just that panic attacks and anxiety is a thing that happens. is that wires can get crossed in such a way that situations which are good and give you adrenaline now are bad. Like, I remember talking about this before, but winning in a battle royale for me is worse than losing. Because if I win, I get that surge of adrenaline, and then my body thinks, oh crap, what's wrong? Which sucks, because you want to enjoy your win if you get it. Yeah, we're probably going to die here. Speaking of which, so that's new. We changed her a little bit. Oh, that was so lucky, that did so much damage. Oh, that's a fancy looking chest. Oh, it's legendary! Aerial attack speed by 25%, movement speed by 50%, enables you to jump once more. Oh, no, we want that. Get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that. Anxiety is that feeling you get when you're in a dark room and something is definitely watching you. Kinda. I mean, it's also slightly different for different people what triggers you have and such. What the hell happened there? Oh, right, look how fast I am. That's a very fast jump. Oh, Jesus. You know what was a very difficult movie watching experience for me? John Wick 2 and 3. Because they're very, like, adrenaline pumping non-stop, especially towards the end of... I think it was the end of 2 actually. I was going to say 3, but I kind of got bored at 3 when they introduced the body armor that's literally immune to all bullets. So John Wick has to struggle to shoot the guards with the body armor on, so he just keeps getting frustrated that the guns don't work. That was silly more than awesome. I think it was the end of 2, it was just like so adrenaline fueled, it's like I could barely watch it. That's how annoying it can be. Now the John Wick films are very, very good. It's very, very silly, but they're also very good. The first one I think is okay, the second one... Well, I remember talking about them when I watched them. The problem with John Wick 2 and 3 is that their best action sequences are in the middle. The last action sequences are kind of dull. I do so hate having a slow skull on these bosses. Oh dear. I mean, the damage we're doing to her is incredible, but it's not going to make a difference. Got a crit. Swap. Oh, they didn't change it. I thought they swapped. No, they swapped. No, they didn't swap. She was on no HP for quite some time there. Honestly, you already know the dog dies in John Wick 1. So, just skip past that part. No animals die in it. Oh wait, well, a dog gets shot in one of the other ones, but it doesn't die. She came down instantly. Okay. How much were we saving up again for the 2,000? Yeah, I want that, so we're gonna save. No, Pepper likes the witch. She can turn into a cat, also. I'm pretty sure it looks exactly like these cats, actually. Did I say actually twice in that sentence? That's because of adrenaline after fighting that boss. That's what happens. Curses. I can't even find the stop record button.